If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help the video out, even if I don't deserve it because I'm terrible at video games. And if you want to follow me on Twitter for absolutely no reason, the link for that is down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Brentford Save. We have two games today, both of which are of equal importance. So the first one is going to be against Burnley. The team I'm going to use is this one in this setup as well. I'm changing it again. We have been known to play this, but against Newcastle, I play two strikers, central attacking midfield player, and then the back, so the midfield two, and then the back five, exactly the same as you see there. It was rotated because everyone was dead after that Europa League semi-final, but still, that's the system we played. The game finished 0-0, which it doesn't like scupper our chances. It's still in our hands. We have one game left, and it is against Burnley, who are bottom ish of the table. They are one above the relegation zone, double the points and then some clear. They are playing for nothing. I mean, they could finish 15th. Well, technically speaking, I suppose they could finish 14th if Watford, Newcastle and West Ham all lose. Watford play Chelsea as well, so that is likely. But as you can see, we are 72 points, 1 point clear of Arsenal. They are level on points with Chelsea. Not bothered about Leicester, so we are guaranteed to finish 5th. Arsenal play Liverpool, so Liverpool have already been crowned champions. There's nothing really for them to play for. It's going to be an interesting one to see what team they play. If the game doesn't really consider it, oh well, we've won the league, let's rest a bunch of players, and they still try and get the result, then I think Liverpool are strong. Well, I know Liverpool are stronger than Arsenal, and Liverpool should beat Arsenal, but I can't guarantee it, so I can't think that way. We need to go into this game against Burnley and make sure that we get the win. So, the team that I've used, or the team that I've set up with, is this one here. Firmino and Onuachu on the bench. Jorginho is also on the bench. Everyone is relatively fit. There are a small, like Osifo could, he is match fit, fine. He could maybe do with a little break, but I want my strongest team out there. And I think for the system that we're playing, that is my strongest team. Should we turn a light on because it is getting a little bit dark? Is that too bright? I don't care. We're going to roll with it. I'm literally recording straight after the last video because I need to get a little bit ahead of myself. But also, I just want to see what happens. We've made a transfer as well, by the way. I've sold someone. And I forgot to tell you, it came out of nowhere. I didn't offer him out or anything. It was Aya, the centre-back. I'll show you that after this game. We need to win. Come on, boys. They have a free kick. Ball played in, and and they've scored. Let's go positive. We are away from home, so it's not ideal, but they are like more or less bottom of the league. They have started much better than we have. Much better. We have a corner. Barisic whips it in. Osifo is there over the bar. He wins so many headers and scores almost none of them. We are down in 4th. Arsenal are beating Liverpool. That is worrying, actually, because Chelsea are playing Watford. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Chelsea will beat Watford. So we need to win. And we've not started particularly well. I'm not gonna blame the system that I've played in this game if we don't end up beating Burnley. I'm just gonna blame it on. I'm not gonna blame it on anything. I'm just gonna say we've bottled it. We have 2 games. As long as we win one of them, we would have finished 4th. And we bottled it against Newcastle. And if we bottle it against Burnley, then my. Talis Magno has hit the bar. Rafinha knocks it back in. Adeyemi has headed it straight at Pope. I say straight at Pope. He was offside anyway, I think, but. Yeah, Arsenal are beating Liverpool 1-0. It can't stay that way. Liverpool are the masters of the comeback. And there he is. Only his 2nd goal of the season. Osifo from a corner. Well, I just said how inconsistent he is in the air. He wins every header, but he just doesn't direct them very well. But Osifo there nods it. To be fair, it was very close to Pope. He probably should have kept it out, but he hasn't done, and it's in the back of the net. As things stand, we are Champions League bound. Cedric with a ball in. It's bouncing around all over the place. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. Chelsea haven't done anything against Watford. We are third. Ball played in. Corner. Over the bar. Don't like this. I would like another goal, please. No more score updates. Here's another highlight, and it's yet again for Burnley. Pope smashes it to Talismagno. We have a through ball on here for Adeyemi, 1-on-1. And he scores. Took him 2 bites at the cherry. I wanted to see what I'm seeing, because, again, 1-on-1, not as clear that time as he has been in previous 1-on-1 situations. That's terrible from Pope. Magno with a good ball through the middle. It's a great touch. And then he just tries to do that cultured finish, but obviously the defender gets his foot in the way, and he gets lucky with the rebound and then manages to slot it home. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't convince me in front of goal. I'm like, that ball was played through, and I instantly thought, well, he's gonna fluff this. Like, I want a player who goes through on goal, and I have that confidence. I know this is going in the back of the net, you know. But there we are. Straight from kickoff, ball played out to Cedric. If they score now, it's just going to like set up a really nervous second half, and I really would rather avoid that. If we can get a third before half-time, it would set up a nice, comfortable training session in the second half, really, and we could just pass it round the back, a bit like what we're doing now. What are we doing? I have no idea. And Babu, Rice, back to Nianzou, all the way over to Osfo. It's almost like he's playing FIFA. Here's Barisic. Rafinha, ball over to Adeyemi, who is offside, by the way. And again, he's missed a 1-on-1. Not an offside. He was onside. He's completely fluffed his lines again. I mean, I'm not saying he should be scoring 100% of those, but the amount he misses, honestly, it's embarrassing. And Babu out on the edge. Don't shoot. He's going all the way round. He's like, well, I don't often have the ball over here. I live on the right side. Barisic not going to chase that down. No need to. We have a throw-in. Some sustained pressure now. Watford are beating Chelsea. My. Things are going our way. Adeyemi, ball out to Talismagno. Had to change his direction of his run. There are bodies over here. Ball in, and Kondogbia has missed. Rafinha on the rebound. It's gone out for a goal kick. Rafinha had to try and slide to keep it in. Well. Watford are beating Chelsea. Who would have thunk it, eh? We're 2-0 up at Burnley. I think Arsenal have beaten Liverpool, sorry. And Watford, somehow... latest scores. All right, let's have a look. So Chelsea have equalised just before the break. Arsenal still beating Liverpool. Nothing else matters. Literally no other result means anything to us. And at the moment, as we're winning, the other results are irrelevant as well. But it is nice to keep an eye on them just in case Burnley do nick one back here. Because they are pushing for it, to be fair. They want to end the season on a high. Liverpool have equalised. So 2 draws in those games. So... at the moment, we are fine even if Burnley do score twice. Not that I want to let them. Let's give Onuachu a run out up top. Adeyemi can come off. Why not? I'm kind of looking like, should we rest some players ready for the Europa League final? I only have one defender, which would be Aya, and I suppose it would be fairly nice to give him a final run out. He is going on a transfer to a club that I can't even remember who bought him. It was quite a while ago, and I just forgot to mention it. It was a good month ago in game, and I've just forgotten about it. But they offered a lot of money, and I couldn't quite understand why or believe it was real. But I'm also a little bit shocked that the board didn't just automatically accept it, because it is one of those deals. It's like, well, yeah, without doubt, you can have him for that price. Are you crazy? Declan Rice maybe to come off here for. Should we bring James Milner on? I can't imagine James Milner is going to be with us much longer. In fact, he's retiring at the end of the season. That's why. Do you know what I should have done? Should have bought Tim Krul on, but he's not even on our bench. So he didn't play one single game for us, incidentally. But it's always nice to have a keeper there, you know. So the Liverpool-Arsenal game, 1-1. Chelsea-Watford, 1-1. Rudiger sent off. And that is all she wrote. Champions League bound, yes please. Now all we need to do is beat Monaco to win the Europa League, and we've won the Conference and the Europa League back-to-back, secure Champions League football, which means you know what that means. Next year we're going to win the Champions League. No, we've got a lot of work to do. We still need to win in that game against Monaco, but we finished quite comfortably in the end in third. Arsenal have clinched the last Champions League place on goal difference, and it wasn't even a big gap. It was one goal. One goal. Chelsea will be ruining that game against Watford. I would imagine there's a fair few missed chances in there, but there we are. There we are. That is the final standing. We'll have a look at it in more detail in just a second. The board have set the initial budget for next season. We have been given 64 million to spend. We also have a wage bill of 2.3 million, which I think is a little bit more than what it is right now. I mean, roughly. It's about the same. It's exactly the same because that's what we have right now. But we are currently spending 2.1, so we have about 100,000 or so spare. We're also getting rid of the wages of Aya, and he is going to Zenit for 23.5 million, with the deal potentially rising to 33.5 million. I say potentially rising. It will rise to 33.5 because they are installments. They're not if they win the league or if they qualify for the Champions League or something. It is literally just he's going to play a few games and we will eventually get it. So we're getting an initial 23.5, which is unreal money when you really think about it. But yeah, big fan of that. I'm almost 100% sure that 100% of that, 100% of the transfer revenue is made available. So the 23.5 that we get for Aya will go on to that balance. And also, when we get the remaining 10 million, is it? We'll also get that as well. So that's nice. We've got a decent amount of money, about 80-something million ready for next season. I say that, this has the potential to be a very long episode, but we have obviously all the end of the season stuff coming in, so we do need to look at it. We have a record high points tally for our season. So we finished on 75 points, which in previous years would actually been enough to challenge for the title. This year, nowhere near, but the last time Brentford managed to secure... we secured 66 points back in 21-22 season. The 22-23 we only got 50, of course, because we had a pretty bad season. It was trying to juggle the conference and the league was a bit of a nightmare. So we've really bounced back this season. But you had to go all the way back to 1935, which was the last time we finished above 5th, which is crazy. Record low number of league defeats. We've only lost 5 this season. There is no way we'll be able to replicate that next season. That's the negative thing about this. I'm going to go into every game next year just expecting to lose because there's no way we can replicate it. Nianzou, this is a big decision we have to make now because, of course, he is still on loan. But he is such a good player that we cannot afford to lose him. He is one of those that we need to sign, which is a shame, really, because it's a lot of money. I think it is around 46 million it's going to cost us if we're going to bring him in. The only other thing I can do is maybe convince Bayern to give him to us on loan again. I don't know, we'll see. Let me just congratulate him on the deal. I'm not going to worry about deals or anything until after the Europa League final, though. So David De Gea picks up the... what does he pick up? The Golden Glove. He conceded 25. I mean, I feel like Livakovic has been hard done by there. Has he not been hard done by? How does he pick up the... Because he kept the most clean sheets. Did he, though? Because I don't think he did. He kept 20. Livakovic kept 20. He's conceded 25. Livakovic conceded 22. Livakovic had a higher match rating. I'm sorry, what? How is De Gea won that? De Gea's played 37 games. Well, I can guarantee you that Livakovic has played one more. Yes, he has. How? How has De Gea won that? He shouldn't have. There's absolutely no reason why De Gea has beaten Livakovic there. Absolutely none. Well. I'm annoyed at that. I am genuinely annoyed that Livakovic has not won the Golden Glove. I've won Manager of the Year Go me. 55% win ratio across 38 matches. So you know that I'm not going on holiday, because this wouldn't count if I was going on holiday. I've clicked that, didn't mean to. Giles is pleased, whoever he is. Brentford player named in Team of the Year, which is Barisic. The only player that we have in Team of the Year, interestingly enough, is Barisic. It's made up of mainly Liverpool and Manchester United players. Ronaldo and Greenwood, the strikers. Marcus Antonio, as in... Yeah, Shakhtar, right? He used to play for Shakhtar? Yeah. Okay. Didn't even know he signed. And then, of course, Lacroix and Van Dijk with Trent at right back, Salah right mid, Bruno Fernandes in the middle. And then the two non-Liverpool Man United players, Barisic and Kent, on that left-hand side. Maybe we need to buy Kent. And there we go. So, it's been an interesting season. Like I said, one that is going to be very difficult to replicate next year. Top goal scorer was Mason Greenwood with 30. Harry Kane, 23. Romelu Lukaku with 22. Man of the matches, Barisic was second with 7, but Bruno took it with 9. Clean sheets, David De Gea finished top, although he shouldn't have, because Livakovic did better than him. Played more games, conceded less goals, and kept the same number of clean sheets, yet didn't win Golden Glove. I will never let that go. Livakovic, I do apologise. I should have fought for you. Average rating, Barisic, 7.49. What a signing, by the way. Barisic has been absolutely phenomenal. What a player. What a player. 5 million from Rangers. I think he was he one of my first, if not my first signing? What a player. He's like a fine wine. He just gets better with age. And again, assists, second there with 11. It is a shame not to see any of our players anywhere near the top for goals scored. We didn't score that many goals this season. Adeyemi and Firmino finishing on 14 goals apiece, which is decent. It is decent. It's just not quite the level of Onuachu a few seasons ago. Onuachu has come to me, by the way, and said he wants to start more games, which is a bit of a problem because we do have another striker coming in the summer who is better than he is. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. As far as goals conceded, by the way, we had the best defence in the league. That is an achievement. I literally just had an achievement actually called the Iron Curtain. I'm guessing that's what that was. I didn't click it to read it, but yeah, I'm guessing that we have... That was the achievement for the best defence in the league. I will never be able to do that ever again. I don't think I've ever done that in an FM. Normally very leaky at the back, but score goals for days. This season, other way around. Struggling to score sometimes, but keeping a very, very nice tight back line. We scored 8 against Reading collectively, 5 against Burnley, 5 against Stoke. We scored 3 against Liverpool, 3 against Man City. The concerning thing there is we've scored 55, but 8 of them are come against Reading. As a famous child once said, this is it. Don't get scared now. We have Monaco in the Europa League final. It's not like imperative that we win anymore, because obviously the reason I wanted to win in the first place was to secure Champions League football. We've already done that, so now we're winning it for the sake of winning it, if that makes sense. So, we've come this far. A lot of people will consider this to be a Mickey Mouse trophy. I understand that. But to us, to Brentford, this is huge. I cannot stress how big this occasion is. We are doing what we normally do, but instead of playing cautious, we're unbalanced. So, Tales Magno, the only change, is going to be playing as an advanced playmaker rather than a shadow striker. Reason? I just want him a little bit further back. Not a lot, just a little bit. I could have put him on support, but I still need someone to attack. Now, Firmino, very good player. Onuachu, very good player. They are dangerous from the bench. If things aren't working, you know what we'll do. We'll just change it. It's as simple as that. We will just go for it and we'll stick people forward. We've done it all season. It's worked to get us to this point. There's no reason for me to change it now. I have changed 2 things, but they are minimal. They have Golovin, they have Kevin Volland, they have Boadu, they have Arthur. Tushu, what's his name? Tushimeni, he is a very expensive young man. Very good player. They have Lecomte in goal, which... Does he play for them in real life? Can't remember. The defence I don't recognise at all, to be honest. So that may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing. Number 13 and number 16 is generally how I judge. Ignore my team, because we've got really high numbers. But their team, if I don't recognise the player and they have a high number, I think that's a replacement, because they've not got Nathan Ake on. They've not got Vanderson on. He's number 4, number 2. The way that I work... Oh, they've got Ben Yedder on the bench. He's available, by the way, on a free transfer. End of contract. Not really good enough to bring him in, to be fair, but it is what it is. They've gone with a 4-4-2. So, the one centre-back is Monaco's own. The other one, I think, was purchased. But either way, if they've got higher numbers, I always consider them not to be their standard, their familiar player. You know, it's like a replacement or rotation player, if you will. But we'll see how we get on here in the first 10, 20 minutes. And if things need a bit of a tweak, things need a bit of a tweak. We went 2-0 down against Lyon, and we came back to beat them when we changed the system. We are capable. Barisic, Gary McAllister distance, goes for goal. Good save from Lecomte. Needed to be as well. It was a good free kick. Barisic just wants to put the icing on top of what has been his best season ever. Ball played in. Nianzou over the bar. That would have been a big goal. If we score before they do, by the way, we are in a very strong position because we are a good defensive unit. Here is Mbabu. Here's Rice. Jorginho, Barbo into Godfrey, here's Kondogbia, Magno, little round the corner to Adeyemi, one-on-one with the keeper, and you never know what, he's actually just gone and scored. The referee's going to look at it because we're Brentford, and that is exactly... We've got VAR, please do a check, written on the back of our shirts. It's been awarded, we are 1-0 up in the Europa League final. Whew! What a season. Even if we go on to lose this, what a season. Magno through to Adeyemi, and it's a good finish from him as well. I had no faith. I had none. And then when the referee called it, I thought, well, he's finally scored, and they've called him offside. Come on, do you really need to look at that? What a joke. They look at that, but they don't look at Harry Kane's slide tackle. What? Let's move on. And hopefully get another goal. If we go 2-0 up here... Honestly, I think the game's done. Monaco are not doing an awful lot. They've had 4 shots, only one of which is on target. Their XG is particularly low. Ours isn't the best, to be fair, but still, it's 50-50 in terms of possession. Here we go with another highlight. Kondogbia holds it up in the middle. That's what he's good at doing. Osavo to Magno. Kondogbia. It's a bad pass. And here we go, through the middle maybe. Arana looking to play it over the top. No, he is Arthur. Back to the centre-backs. And out to the fullback. They are passing around. They're being patient, which in this game is actually a good thing. And that's why we win so many games, is because we are very patient in our build-up. If they are exactly the same, then this could spell trouble. We've given it away. We had a chance to counter. We didn't take it. Here's Golovin. Arthur and Arana. Little triangles. It's a long highlight. It's a good ball over to the big money man who scored. It's so simple. And of course the referee doesn't want to look at it because it's Monaco. They won't look at VAR for Monaco. Brentford, though, every single time. We could score a worldie from 40 yards. They want to know if it was a push or an offside or something. But the patience in that build-up and the finish, Adeyemi could learn a thing or two from him. And all of a sudden, from talking about going 2-0 up to being pegged back. And now, straight away, from kickoff it looks like, we could be about to go 2-1 down. That would be a very bad turnaround at the end of the first half. Honestly, if we go 2-1 down, I don't know what to do. Pointless little flick there from Arana, but he pulled it off. Golovin looking for the ball through the middle. There goes that, I can't say his name, Tushimani. There goes that guy again, though. See a little run he made through the middle. He's found himself in some space here again. Plays it back, and there's the run. He's checked it, he's come back. But he's constantly looking to make it. The ball will be played. Look at him make that run now. Just here, right? Just keep it. He is the goal scorer. Look at him. He's making that run. He's over the top. And it's a goal. And I called it. I knew what was coming. You could see it. He is constantly trying to make that run. I need to get someone to just man mark him and to stop him doing that run, because it's all he wants to do So, Kondogbia is going to be the one to mark him. I've also got Osifo to watch his runs as well. He comes through this side. I don't know why I had Jorginho over here marking him when he's on the wrong side. This side is where he keeps running through. So we have the box-to-box is going to watch him. If he's not in the right position, Osifo will cover and he will mark him. I need to stop that because it's the only way that they're getting through is that central midfield player. Onuachu is on. Jorginho is off. We've gone into a 3-attack formation now, which is our go-to. It worked against... who did it work against? Lyon. Hopefully, against their counterparts, against Monaco, it will work as well. We'll see what happens, though. I am a little bit nervous that we've gone 2-1 down and the heads are dropped a little bit. But here comes Gelson Martins down that right-hand side. Absolutely no one going to him. Luckily for us, Gelson Martins cannot shoot for toffee. It's highlight time again. And we are having to deal with another highlight. Vanderson, who's come off the bench. Ball played through to Vanderson again. And look where Boadu is. And it's a good save from Livakovic. We are all over the place. Couple of changes. Thales Magno off. Rafinha on. Rafinha's gone over to the left. We're going to look to play balls in from that left-hand side towards Onuachu maybe. But either way, we need something to happen here. I am not confident. I was at 1-0 and then it just started to fall apart a little bit. We've got 10 minutes left and nothing's happening. This is where I start to get really annoyed because we're not doing enough. Firmino on for Godfrey. We're going to move Adiemi out to the right. We're going to go... I mean, this worked against someone. I can't remember who it was. It worked, though. Was it against Stuttgart? It might have been. Inside forward attack. We'll go down both flanks this time. No. There, we're going to go down both flanks. We're going to... Don't really want to hit early crosses. We've gone with a little bit of a more of a tempo. I did drop the line a little bit to try and stop him from getting behind. It's worked, to be fair. He's not made any more of those runs through the middle because we are blocking him off every single time. The problem I have now is that we're just not creating anywhere near enough. By doing this, by the way, I am leaving us open to counter-attack after counter-attack. We've only got 2 centre-backs. Declan Rice is the only player, apart from the centre-backs, who are going to be defending. Everyone else is just throw it forward and see what happens. We'll do inside forward for Rafinha as well. We've got overlap for Barisic and Mbabu. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Can we please... It doesn't look like it, does it? We've got 5 minutes and absolutely nothing has happened. They have a throw-in. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. If we can counter here, I'll be happy, but we're not really known for countering. Volland. Ball played in. It's cleared, but it's cleared to a Monaco player, and it goes out for a Monaco corner. 4 minutes of stoppage time remain, and we've created almost nothing in the second half. It says Barisic is being drawn away from his position because he's the one watching Tchouaméni, but it's either that or allow him to run through the middle at this point. And there it is. We've just lost in the final. Oh, to lose 2-1 in a final. I mean, I didn't go into it confident anyway, but... Oh, really irritating. Really, really irritating. Really, really irritating. To make it all that way and to lose in a final. Jeez Louise. To be honest, I've kind of lost my way with this team a little bit. I don't even know what our strongest 11 is. I don't know what our best formation is. I don't know how to set up before a game. When we went 1-0 up, I honestly, the confidence had come at me and I thought, right, we've got this. And then when I didn't change anything, didn't need to. When we conceded that goal, you could see it falling apart in front of us. That run, to call it as well, so irritating. I am a very sore loser, but that's just the way life is. We lose in the final, but hey, at least we made it to the final, I guess. Next year, Champions League. It would have been really nice to win it, because then we could say, look, we've won the other two. The only thing left to do now is to win the league and the Champions League, and we're done. But we're going to skip the Europa League. Hopefully, we never find ourselves back in it again, but I don't know. Next season, we will have to push again and to try and close that gap on Man United and Liverpool. It's going to be difficult because I don't think we're going to be able to keep the players that we have right now, if I'm honest. I think everyone's going to come in for certain players. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a shake-up, but I don't want to lose any of the defenders. We're going to have to spend, 45 million of our 65 million budget on retaining one of our players, because Nianzou needs to stay. I can't go into next season without Nianzou, because he is phenomenal. But, yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. We might have to spend all our money just to keep him, and then go into next season with the exact same team. And because we've got a lot of young players, hopefully they've matured and we can go again and be a little bit better. The other thing, of course, is that we are going to get 23.5 million for Aya, and we are picking up Ignacio Diaz. He is finally, we made this signing nearly 2 years ago, he is finally joining the club this summer. And he will start to play, maybe not first-team football. I might loan him out again, but I might see if he's going to be happy to play a bit of a bit part for us this season or next season. And he can come on, and maybe if Rafinha does end up leaving, he can play instead of Rafinha in that attack. And Thales Magno, because Thales Magno's played a lot of football this season. But anyway, that is for the next episode. If you have enjoyed this, big disappointment. I say big disappointment. We've made Champions League and we got to a final. I can't be too mad. I am annoyed still, and I will be annoyed for a while. But, yeah, disappointing to say the least. But if you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.